What was that?
That's a heaving sigh
What?
of
Aren't
despair.
you excited?
I'm always excited to pod.
Then what was that about?
I'm just not really excited to pod with you. Is what I think. That's the first time that we've had like a rhythmic component to the intro. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. And I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling good and I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling healthy, and I'm not gonna fall asleep while we're doing this. You know what I always loved?
Brandon, wake up.
Yeah, what I
You're
always
talking in
loved
your sleep.
was on cartoons. That the default snore in cartoons is me 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 me.
Yes.
Nobody does that. That's a weird thing. And if you heard a real person doing that, you would think they were possessed by a demon. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
And I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Hi guys, welcome to. Okay. Welcome to episode 16.
Our sweet 16, guys.
16.
You know, we had our quinceañera a mere week ago, and today we can drive a pod car. We're out there in these streets raising all kinds of heck.
Look out, everybody. We're behind the wheel.
Honk honk.
Beep, beep.
Me.
Falling asleep at the wheel, which leads me
Which
into
is what
my
we've
next.
literally been doing since we started this stupid podcast.
This leads me to my next point. Happy National Situational Awareness Day, everybody. This day highlights the importance of using situational awareness skills in everyday life to stay out of harm's way. Harm may come in the form of walking in front of a moving car or that of an assailant. So be aware of those situations.
If comedy didn't move in threes and I hadn't already done my snore bit thrice, I would have snored right in your face during that.
I'm saying it fits. Falling
You gotta
asleep at the wheel
lead
is a
off-
situation that we need to be aware of today. All days.
Lead off with your strongest content, and situational awareness day is what you
Okay,
went
cartoon snore. That's your strongest.
with. Listen, classics are
I mean,
classics
I
for a
laughed.
reason. Yeah, listen.
I chuckled.
Those tunes, they loony. They keep us laughing. They loony.
What's the best Looney Tune? Pick.
Character? Mm-hmm. So, Bugs is your main man, right?
Yeah,
But he's also the Jerry. He's Jerry Seinfeld.
Sure.
He's like the main guy, although he does some hilarious stuff to Elmer Fudd. Wile E. Coyote, I never could get. I got kind of bored with the fact that they didn't talk.
see, I'm all the way in with Wiley and Roadrunner.
I like it. It's good. It's fun to watch. I feel like Daffy's underrated because
Don't
he's
like his voice though.
But can I tell you who the big winner is? Because he is an absolute creep, but nobody ever really talks about it. It's Pepé Le Pew. Leave that cat alone, dude.
Leave
that cat alone. You know Pepé Le Pew's on some list somewhere. He has to tell his neighbors he's moving in. Pepé Le Pew.
Me too, Pepe Le Pew.
Pepé Le Pew is an offender.
Moi aussi, Pepe.
Let me tell you. Can I tell you something right now?
You're right though, man. What a creeper.
I know, right? He will not quit. And that cat, she's just trying to live her life.
She's trying to let her live.
She's just trying to live her life, man. And I think that
I don't think I would show that cartoon to my daughter.
my deep-seated resentment for French people was birthed by the over like physical aggression of Pepé Le Pew.
Listen,
You know what I
there's
say
a
about him?
master's thesis in there. Let's talk to Brendan about it.
P.U. That's what I say to him. Toxic masculinity? P.U. Skunks courting cats? P.U. New bit. This is so stupid.
Here's a situation you need to be aware of. Pepe
Le Pew is your friendly neighborhood assailant. He is the situation.
Look out for that guy.
Don't fall asleep at the wheel when Pepe Le Pew's a boot.
Put that on the neighborhood app.
Dude, seriously, there is a overly sensual skunk chasing cats.
And if you look close enough, you'll see that white stripe on his tail peeking out. He painted it.
Just make sure that your kitty cats don't try to go under freshly painted fences, because there's a really creepy skunk who's going around trying to sweet talk them.
That's right. She would always go under the fence.
He's skunk calling cats. He's cat skunk calling, and it's a creepy, creepy thing. So, guys, what I'm saying is that my favorite Looney Tune is Pepé Le Pew. P-U.
I was going to say that mine is the duo of Wile and Roadrunner.
But that's two.
Meep, meep. I know, but you can't have one without the other.
It's true.
You can't. They don't talk. That's not a show. That does not a show make.
Yeah, it does not a show make. It simply is just boring. And the physical comedy is what we rely on,
Totally.
right? The Roadrunner, clever catchphrase, meep, meep. But then, Wile always
What
has...
a ding-dong.
He doesn't know when to quit. Never can leave good enough well enough alone.
No.
But he always has signs that say, like, help or
Yes.
ouch or whatever.
Yes. But also that Roadrunner, not a meaty animal.
The juice is not worth the squeeze on that
that's
one.
it.
The juice is not worth the squeeze, Wile. Come on, bud. Go after Daffy. He's got a dump truck on him. He's slinging around some duck booty.
He's tossed up.
Dude, he's tossed up duck butt. I'm talking about Peking, baby. Crispy skin. Crispy skin. Oh, man. This
What
is
have you been doing this week?
despicable.
Death.
It really is such an in-your-face thing. Like, I want to start going to, like, parent-teacher conferences
stop
and
laughing.
just, this finger painting station, P-U. Your rubric, P-U. I'm just going to start dropping P-U's in people's faces and see how they like it.
Out of context, that statement.
This fettuccine Alfredo, P-U.
I'm sorry.
Check, please.
I'll tell you what I've done. I've gone loony. Okay, what it...
And we've tagged the bit.
And we've
tagged the Looney Tunes bit. just by saying loony.
Okay, what have you been doing this week or weekend, huh?
Oh my gosh. This week, just working this weekend. I didn't
nose to the grindstone.
I just nose to the grindstone out here, trying to just earning and burning, bringing home this bacon. No, I will say that I had an appointment. Zeke, you'll be proud of me. I had an appointment with a Spanish-speaking woman who she was bilingual. She was speaking English, but she clearly was bilingual, and she used Spanish words multiple times. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm gonna pick my spot here, and I'm gonna drop a real nice bit of Spanish on her. And after I was gonna leave, I said, "Hey, encantado de conocerte," which is pleasure to meet you. Oh. And she answered so quickly. She goes, oh, mucho gusto. Oh. And she complimented my accent. And you know what? I've never been happier in my life.
That is the highest praise.
The highest praise. And I went.
That's delightful.
I know. And
I'm
I went,
proud of you.
And instead of just a straight up mucho gusto, because mucho gusto felt a little formal and a little like we know each other, but I liked encantado de conocerte because it feels very, let me hear the music in it. Let me hear the music in this lovely language.
It's enchanting.
And so while I haven't been doing much of anything the last few days, I did want to tell that story because I feel really great about it.
You should.
I do.
It's phenomenal. You know what else you should feel good about is today you don't have a sprout on your head.
Yeah.
It's folded over. Yeah. It's more of a bun.
I watered
It's a nubbin.
It's my top knot. It's my samurai top knot. I'm a podcasting samurai, babies. I'm in here slicing, I'm dicing. I got this top knot, and I'm just feeling very, very proud of myself today.
Good.
No, here's the thing. Whenever I don't have it in the man bun at the house, It's too unruly.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I usually have my hair up at the house. You know what I usually do too is pin my bangs back. Because I'm a
Oh.
different person with them.
What I like to do is I like to put on a shower cap. I like to fill a shower cap with Greek yogurt, and I like to just sit and I like to marinate my scalp because, guys, it's good for you.
It is good.
The Greeks with their yogurt.
I'll tell you what, Rimsey and I, when we went to Mexico with our dear friends,
They had a yogurt component
Levi
there.
and Jess, we did a,
Dear
What-
friends. Sorry, I didn't say it.
dear friends.
Dear.
And we're going to give a shout out to Levi,
'Cause
an
tomorrow-
early birthday shout
Tomorrow's
out.
his birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Join in. You can see his face right now. It's
Just making the
creepy.
grossest face with a man bun.
and so we went to Mexico and we had the ladies, we had a spa day. And part of our spa day was that they put this yogurt all over us and wrapped us in saran wrap.
I see to
And
me.
my skin was very soft
Well, your skin.
for days.
Your skin was yogurt, is what it was. You were a Yoplait whip. You were a fruit at the bottom.
Ew.
I
I don't like that.
I feel like the yogurt wrap seems to me like something that people at the resort came up with to be like, let's see if we can get these stupid tourists to roll around in yogurt.
Sign me up.
And then we're going to roll them in yogurt and then wrap them so tightly like a weird gringo fruit roll up. And then we're pulling the fire alarm and we're going to watch them squirm like idiots.
That didn't happen. It was a lovely treatment. So you're proud of your Spanish, proud of your man bun.
I'm prouder of my Spanish than I am of my man bun.
Yeah, but I mean,
But it's close.
both are noteworthy.
Both are what makes me me.
Yeah.
Guys, I speak a very small amount of Spanish and I have a very unimpressive man bun. So, welcome.
Well, I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that my week has included a lot of sports.
You're a sporty spice.
I'm a sporty
And,
spice.
and as the sportier, I mean, you did have your sports. You had dance and you had palm and things like that.
Yeah.
But as I would say, sportier of the two of us growing up, I was in different sports all year and constantly going to games, so on and so forth.
And I was going to your games.
Well, for sure, but I'm saying as
That's why my tailbone gives me trouble to this day sitting on the bleachers. That and jazzercise.
am trying
I'm sorry, go
to
ahead.
give you some credit, and you will not shut
I'm sorry, it's just so foreign to me.
as the
Continue.
as the sportier of the two of us growing up. I need you to acknowledge that I was.
Yes, you were.
I
Conventional sports.
find it okay. That's fine. I acknowledge that. It's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I find it very interesting. The kind of juxtaposition here that you are the one constantly at a sporting event.
Yes.
And we just are not.
Yeah,
Ben's just not into it.
that's okay.
It's totally okay. He's got
Ben's got his stuff.
He's got his stuff, man.
He's got his stuff.
I'll tell you, he might be the best. And Asher might take offense to this, but he might be the best little origami folder
Oh, he's
I've ever seen.
fantastic. He's a coder.
Yeah, he's a coder. He's
So smart.
He's quite the video gamesman. He's a great drawer.
He loves golf.
He loves to read. He loves golf.
He does like to play golf.
Plays the drums. He's
Live
a
sport.
multi-talented kid. But man, when you bring up a sport, he's like, not for me. And I'm
That's
like,
okay.
cool, man. And I'll tell you why, cool, man. Because I don't have to go to all the sporting events like you do.
You grew up on a sports patch.
I grew up on the sport ball.
The sport.
I was out there swinging club bats and I was hitting triples and doubles, man. It was a real touchdown. Everybody go long. Go long. Don't make an interception on my passes because you got to get into the touchdown zone. And then you do a touchdown, shimmy, shuffle, shake down.
So I want to follow up with the thing that I said last week while we're on this. I had to stop you. You were caught in a loop.
I was going to go forever. It was a hole in one. And I got to tell you.
So last week I brought up a thing that's been saving me. And it is the stadium seat that I bought on Amazon, but I was ill prepared, which is funny, of the two of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Again,
A
juxtaposition.
juxtaposition, right?
Sporty Spice over here, not going to games, prepared nerd over there.
That's right.
Not
And
being
I
prepared.
wanted to make sure people knew what this was, because I do know that a lot of you out there spend a lot of time at your children's sporting events and in the bleachers. Guys, this thing is a game changer, and the name of it cracks me up. I bought it on Amazon. It is the Lemmy, the Lemy. Here's the name of it. 5 reclining positions, adjustable stadium seat for bleachers, portable water-resistant stadium chair with back/arm/cushion for indoor or outdoor.
Goodness gracious.
And that's the product. Sponsor us, Lemmy.
Where is it made?
5 reclining
Where is it
positions.
made? That feels like it's made like overseas, and they just said a bunch of stuff. Like I'm surprised they didn't end it with like Super American Chair #1.
So that it would show up in all the search engines.
Golly, that's a lot.
So
and it's
Google that if you're interested.
It's a guys. It's a soft thing to put your butt on the bleachers. That's
No,
really
it's-
all it is.
It is fantastic. It's adjustable, and you wear it on your back when you go there.
Cool. So in addition to being a place where you might not always want to be, and
Right.
sitting in a place where you don't want to sit, you look real cool toting around
Listen, I could care
your pee-pee proof seat.
absolutely. Pee.
Yeah, it said it's waterproof. Right?
Okay,
That's
look
code
at-
for if the game gets too intense and you do a little tinkle, you're fine. No one's gonna notice.
2 of our games this weekend.
I tinkled
had
out.
rain.
Oh. I just saw Harrison out there crushing it, scoring two TKOs, making touchdowns in the end zone, and I tinkled just a bit. Not so much that anyone noticed, but you know what? I peed.
So
Good job, Harrison. Whoops. PU. Next season, I'll be taking my talents to PU, the University of P.
this is what happens when we start with Pepé Le Pew.
It's all gonna go off the rails when you start with a creepy assailant skunk chasing just
There's nowhere to go but down, is what we're
unsuspecting
saying.
felines around.
Okay, so Asher's team played in Stillwater, right? Which, as you all know, is our hometown.
Go Pokes, take state.
No.
Oh, go Nears, take
I mean,
state.
Go Pokes also.
Go Pokes, take nation. Go
Nears,
Nears,
take
state.
Oklahoma.
Take the state.
Guam, take Guam.
No, we've
Pokes.
we've taken it. We've unlawfully annexed Guam, and it belongs to us now.
That's right.
We are now the international representatives for Guam. And Guam, I know that you might not know us all that well.
You
just
might not
yet,
want us.
but we've got the best intent. You know what? If you don't want us, we're just gonna file you right away with Orbit Sweet Mint, and we're gonna keep on going. We are the Pepé Le Pew of the situation. We do not know when to quit. No means no, Pepé Le Pew.
No means no,
There-
CHWH.
No means no, Pepé Le Pew is a pretty good title.
Oh my gosh, it really is. Okay, so we played at Stillwater High School. Can we talk for just a minute
Yes.
about the facilities?
It's okay. Yes, we can. And I'm going to have a very different stance on this than I think a lot of people would, because I'm bitter and I'm upset and I'm mad about it.
Okay, maybe for different reasons. So when we went to school at Stillwater High, and we briefly talked about this, I don't know, lots of episodes ago, guys. You don't need to go back. We'll recap it here.
Yes, you do. We need to up those downloads.
Well, yeah, do that.
Get us there.
Get us there, guys. We don't know where there is.
It was Guam.
But yeah, sure. Sure. So when we went to Stillwater High School, circa 96, our years at Stillwater High, 96.
Those are your years.
I'm saying both of us.
No, I know, but just don't box me into that.
Okay.
I've not lived quite as many years as you have. I've not lived quite as rough a life as you have. I soak in yogurt daily. I'm J-Lo.
The most hydrated woman in America.
I'm the most hydrated woman in America. The Brandon Birdwell story.
Brandon Birdwell story. So we were there from 96 to, you graduated 2001?
I graduated 2001.
Okay.
And just to clarify, it did not take me from 1996 to 2001 to graduate high school.
No.
I went a normal amount of years.
A normal amount of years to high school. I'm just saying both of us combined were there. So during those years, let's talk about our football field And you played football in high
I
school.
did. I was I was all conference. It's not a big deal.
You were a linebacker.
I was very strong.
Middle?
I was.
Were you the Mike?
I was a middle linebacker. I was the tackle footy ball boy is what I was, and they'd say down set hut, and I would hug them to the earth.
Oh,
take them
and
to
you
the
would give them compliments
I would
as you
say,
did it.
Hey, bud.
You're doing great.
If I wouldn't have got you right there, you might have gotten a few more yards. You had some real good momentum. I'm proud of you.
And then you'd pull your cymbals out of your pockets.
Encouragement. I don't have them in my hands, and that's so stupid of me right now.
You have really fallen down on the sound effect job. So talk about our stadium, please.
So here's
our stadium.
So first off, we took a lot of pride in it. And that was probably because we didn't have any other options. So we decided to be that guy who's like, oh, yo, my stadium sucks, but we like it that way.
We're the underdogs.
You guys don't like to play here because we got the bad facilities, but we're the bad dudes. And
so we were 6A.
We were 6A, which is the largest in the state, conferences or whatever you want to call it, like classifications. And
we're from Stillwater. We were playing against
just to recap.
Okay, stop. Union, Jinx,
Tulsa Union. People in Guam do not know who Union is.
Well, the people in Guam are from Stillwater.
They literally
originally.
thought you were saying that we were playing footy ball against the Union Army, and if we can't win that one, there's no muskets allowed. There's no bayonets.
So our stadium was very old.
Crumbling. Literally Roman ruins.
Chunks would fall off it.
They had to caution tape off the under areas.
Be aware of this situation.
Because guys, just a little something about Stillwater back in the late 90s, early aughts. If you wanted to go get some smooches, you go into the bleachers at Hamilton Field. And you know what also you get? Concussed from the falling debris. Falling stadium debris. Just trying to get some smooches from my high school lady.
And now I have a head wound.
I'll tell you what. I mean, it was just very dangerous. Dangerous.
Oh, man, but listen, made more dangerous by the fact that the entire town would roll out for those games. The whole town.
It was not at the time in Stillwater. There's nothing else to do.
Not much else going on.
Not much else to do except go to Hamilton Field.
It was a very Friday Night
Risk
Lights
the
situation.
stalactites.
Yes.
Get yourself a hot dog from the hot dog water.
Yes.
We didn't have them on the roller, my babies. We were hot dog water city. Stillwater has evolved. I bet you Stillwater's got rollers now. We used to be a hot dog water city.
Fish your dill pickle out of the bucket.
And we were so proud of being a hot dog water society.
Weren't we, though?
We were.
We did more with less.
We did more with hot dog water than you do with caviar.
Than Tulsa Union did with turf.
We did more with
and
a
hot stadium that
water.
Didn't kill people.
It's true. Listen, you guys, you spoiled little guys out there with all your nice branded equipment. Yeah. We found ours at Play It Again Sports.
We did.
Yeah, Play It Again Sports over by the Walmart.
We bought so much stuff from them.
Yeah, where we would also get our hot dogs that we would cook in the hot dog water.
Eat It Again hot dog.
Welcome to Eat It Again hot dogs, where the first time wasn't enough, but this time might be.
You might want to add a little extra mustard.
I'm just saying. But we didn't have mustard in a dispenser. We had the mustard packets, the Frenches that you would have to buy. You're sitting there with 2 hot dogs from the water in your lap as the stadium's crumbling beneath you, and you're wrestling with these hot dogs as they're slip sliding away from you, trying to bite the French's mustard tip to get just enough out. You don't have enough in that one, so you got to bite another one.
So all of this to say, we had grass, normal grass field.
Well, hot dog.
You would assume. So no turf.
We watered it with the remaining hot dog water, and that's why it did not grow. It was hot dog grass.
It was hot dog grass. And so we also had we did have a light up scoreboard. That had individual bulbs.
Yeah, and most of them
would be out.
Would be out.
So you never knew.
Who's winning?
Did we have 8? Did we have 3? Did we have 0?
Whatever it is, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Because at some point, the whistle's going to blow and someone's going to win this game.
Someone's going to win. But we were really good. So anyway, several years ago, Hamilton Field was raised.
Raised, but not
And it
raised
should have been.
raised like how, like torn down.
Right. Also, it was very far from the school proper.
It was.
It was a journey.
It was
to get over there.
And as was the baseball. The baseball field still is, but they were like right there by each other.
So now we went. So for Asher's game, he played at Stillwater High School Stadium. This thing is nicer. That they were saying this stadium is nicer than Boise State.
Which is insane.
And they have that blue turf.
Yeah, well, okay.
there.
The blue turf's not easy
like
on the eyes. Okay.
I like it. It's different.
Well, listen.
But this thing is amazing. And Crindy was there, and we sent you a video.
I saw it.
And what was your response?
I said that is the most unnecessary stadium in the world.
For a 6A school in Oklahoma to compete, they need better facilities
Yeah, but
than
they're
what
not
we
even like
had.
the top tier of 6A anymore.
Well, are you saying it took the fight out of them? These are fighting words because we got listeners from
No,
Stillwater.
I'm just saying
right now.
they're not top tier 6A anymore. There's like they divided it up, which I think is silly because they're.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
think
you were
they did.
disparaging.
And you know what? I say that, but I might be lying. So I'm gonna have producer.
check,
I'm gonna have
producer.
producer look that up.
I
thought
don't
they
know.
had.
They had a big win the other night.
But here's the thing. What I think is, I think that it's all born out of jealousy. That I had
100%.
That I had to pull myself up from my bootstraps.
that I got it. Play it against.
That I got it played against sports. I had to pull myself up to keep myself from drowning in hot dog water. And here you all are wrapped in yogurt.
It truly is the yogurt wrap of stadiums.
It is the yogurt wrap of stadiums. And we
Had the hot dog
were
water.
floating in hot dog water.
But man, was it great. Those nights at Hamilton Field were fantastic. Okay, another thing that's been going on this week is that I have had a lot of pictures popping up on my phone to remind me of a trip that we took as a family to St. Louis in 2019. This is before the world fell apart, guys. You know, all the years run together now. Everything is very blurry. So I do depend on this feature on my phone to remind me that, you know what, we've lived some life in these years and it's been beautiful, but sometimes I need a reminder, you know, of those fuzzy times. So we took a trip in St. Louis in 2019, around middle of September, to celebrate our dad's 70th birthday. Because if there's one thing you guys need to know about Harry B., our father,
Okay,
is that
producer's saying it is 6A. I don't know if they've changed it to a different type of 6A. Redacted.
Stand corrected.
I stand corrected by our producer who finally did something. Sick of you.
thanks, buddy.
Well, could you go back to instead of
He's a
proving
silent
instead
sleeper.
of proving me wrong? Gosh, I sound like such a bitter old. I sound like
You
Uncle
do.
Rico.
You really do.
And go back to 82. We take state.
So if there's one thing you guys should know about Harry B., it's that he is the world's biggest St. Louis Cardinals fan.
It's not even close.
No, because in the last 2 homes that my parents have owned, that our parents have owned.
Yeah, what?
Sorry.
This is my life, guys. I'm the hot dog water sibling.
And I'm the yogurt wrap. And in the last 2 homes, they have had a whole room
Whole room.
dedicated to the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's a nest.
It's a Cardinals
It's
nest.
a Cardinals nest.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's memorabilia and
Memorabilia,
cards.
cards. Like random esoteric items like the socks that Stan Musial was wearing on the day he broke Babe Ruth's extra base hits record. The
Yes.
sort of stuff that the normal, like the layman would be like, those are socks.
Yeah.
But not HB.
He sees something special.
He sees through all of it.
He
through
does.
the dirt and the grime and the muck, and he sees.
He sees America's pastime.
He sees America's pastime in those stockings.
And it's delightful. And so he is such a huge Cardinal fan. And so what we wanted to do for his 70th birthday is take the whole family
Out to the ball game.
out to
2, 3, PU.
take. Oh, I thought you were queuing up to sing.
I was going to, but then you were about to start, and I was going to preemptively PU you, but you didn't start on time, and so my bit didn't work. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bam.
So we took the whole family to, and it was a series against the Milwaukee Brewers.
Milwaukee Brewers.
And the kids, we took all the kids.
So many kids
And it
because
was-
of you.
Okay. It was the most special trip. And we early, like before the trip, we wrote in and we requested that Dad's name be put on the scrolling,
The Jumbotron.
the Jumbotron. Happy birthday, Harry Birdwell. And that was so special. The kids got to go through the museum. And one of the most special things I've ever seen, and I will treasure it in my heart forever. This, of course, is at the new Busch Stadium, which is incredible. And in the museum, I saw Dad, and there was a model of the old Busch Stadium, and he was standing there with Harrison, my oldest, and he was pointing at the model, and he was saying, "That is where I sat for my very first Cardinals game." And it was the most special moment. I'll treasure it forever.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful trip. And I
It
just wanted
was.
to mention it because
I-
I've been reminded of it, and I would love to go back. What a memory. What a core memory.
It was a corn memory.
It was a corn memory. That's right. Speaking of corn, I have such a
That
good
song.
Oh, it's corn.
Yeah, we played it for
What
Ben.
I've never seen such a beautiful
We played
thing.
it for Ben last night, and he, I mean, not like in a novelty way. He has a favorite song now, like a brand new favorite song, and it's corn.
Such a funny thing. That little boy is the cutest.
He's stoked on corn.
He's stoked on corn.
He's more stoked on corn than I am on yolk, for sure.
I can't believe this segue because I wanted to talk about how we are now in the autumn equinox. It started on the 22nd.
The corn is what's doing it?
Yeah, no, because listen,
Cornucopia.
so speaking of Stillwater High School, I remember this was my junior year of high school. I was walking into the school and
I'm reading this for the first time, and it's so gross.
it's so bizarre. So some school club was charged with decorating the school for autumn,
Sure.
for the fall.
Sure, you got to get festive.
Right as we walked in the door, and I was walking in with my friends, my friend Jonathan was there. I think my friend Michael, maybe my friend Mace. We were all walking in. There was a huge banner, and it said corn, just in all caps,
But with the K.
with a K like the band.
Like the band.
And then just
The
corn.
new metal band from the 90s.
Just all in caps. And then at the bottom it said, "Have a fat, Phat, autumn."
Oh my gosh.
So every year at the start of autumn, I think, corn,
Fat.
have a fat autumn. And I usually reach out to those friends. And I think all of us just stood there and were like, what?
Oh my gosh.
What
that's
could
the-
this mean?
it's-
Who approved this decor?
It's like if someone was making a movie about that time period, and they're like, "What would a bunch of youths say about autumn?
In the 90s.
What would they say in the '90s about autumn?
Have a fat one.
Dig deep into your jean coat pockets and come up with something, guys. Come up with something. What was a band that they all liked? What was?
But what was so funny is that I was really perplexed by this at the time. I think the most of any of us. So what those guys did, one time they tracked my car down. This was pre-cell phones, so I don't know how they did it. I was at my friend Heather's house. 5, 6, 7, 8.
God, I hope I get it. I
She's-
hope I get it.
She used to be on the Broadway.
We like to remind everyone because Heather is an American treasure, and when we and she needs her spotlight.
She really does.
Da 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 da. Ha!
Da da. So I was at her house and I came out, which P.S. left my car unlocked. Not smart. And they had filled my car with corn products. I opened the door.
like CDs and like T-shirts. And
No,
stuff.
like
not
canned
that-
corn.
Oh, like not like just corn merch.
Canned corn.
Like the band.
Popcorn.
Popped corn, popping corn.
Corn on the
Cobs,
cob.
corn cob pipes.
Totally. And it just all came spilling out. So anyway, I just want to let our listeners know, corn have a fat autumn.
I hope you all have the fattest autumn. P-H-A-T. Like, all right,
so
gang. What do we think? What do we think was some hip slang back in the 90s?
It wasn't.
Golly.
Who approved it? What club was in charge of the fall decor?
I mean, a V cool one, whichever one did it.
Right.
The slang club. The
There it
slang
is.
club. And they knew what was hip. They knew it was funky, fresh, and profesh.
They totally knew. So speaking of fall, last night our family watched Hocus Pocus, which I know
Which
we're a week
I
early.
know you
That's
are.
right.
You're a little early.
We're a week early if we're playing by Halloween movie rules, but
It's not. The autumn's not even fat yet.
still very thin.
We're still lean. We're still very, very lean. It's we've not achieved full fatness.
It's the dumbest thing ever. But now I challenge you guys not to think about that. Have a fat autumn,
Oh my god! Hey, what's up? Have a fat autumn.
right?
How's your autumn going? Fat. What about yours? Fat. Just the same.
So stupid. So we watched Hocus Pocus last night because, as we all know, and if you don't know, you're welcome. Hocus Pocus 2 comes out on September 30th.
Book.
That was really good.
Kind of. It's not. That's a bet.
A good Winifred.
Bet's a little out of my range. Sisters.
That was pretty good. September 30th on Disney Plus, and we're excited about that
So very excited about it.
because that is in my top 5 Halloween movies.
Oh, same. It might be my number one.
Same.
Because how I would measure that is what ones I look forward to every single year, and that's one that's like a staple.
Totally.
I have to get it.
Totally. And I think you and I this week need to compile our top 5 Halloween movies.
Halloween.
And we'll share those next week.
We'll compile our 5 Tarmaling Mogies, and we'll talk about them on the Porp Cabs, because you guys need to hear about our Tob Forg Hagaby movie. Have a fab album. So yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do that.
We'll do just that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's move into accidental texts. The ones we have this week, guys, we're doing a thing where we read texts that you receive accidentally. So if you get funny ones, random ones, please send them our way. DM
Send
us.
them our way.
Send them if you have our numbers, because we want to read them. These have made us laugh so much in the last several weeks. So this one comes from our friend Zeke, who supplied one for last episode as well. Hi, Chris. It's Anna. Is your photography studio open yet? And Zeke says, wrong number. This person says, sorry. I guess I got the wrong number from the assistant. She's always careless.
Oh,
Insert cry laugh emoji.
golly.
And then Zeke says, you shouldn't say that about people.
Zeke can't even let it die because he's just too sweet.
He's too good.
Sticking up for this mystery assistant who he's never met, who probably is very careless. She gave away the wrong number.
She did. And then Anna says, thank you for the reminder. I will take care of it. You are a kind person.
Golly. That is the...
And that's it.
That's the whole thing. But you know, Zeke, like probably was like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I know I am.
I know I am.
You
You
don't have
shouldn't talk like that about people.
You don't have to tell me. I was there.
I was there.
I was there. I saw it all unfold. I saw you in here talking trash behind someone's back who I've never met.
That's right.
Careless. Also,
Careless.
weird.
She's always so careless.
Oh, gosh. Just
What's going on in that office?
Not a lot of care.
Not a lot of care. All right, so then Jeff got 2, and I don't even know if these are funny, but they are because,
Well, then better put them on the podcast. Here we go.
they're funny if you have context. Because Jeff gets a lot. I told you all last week that Jeff is on WhatsApp because that is the platform that a lot of his Asian colleagues prefer to message on. And we've surmised that it's because of international rates and stuff. So anyway, his picture's on there. There's a picture of my husband, clear as day. So one of them is, oh, this is how the whole thing goes. Oh, hello. Is this Kevin? And the fact that it starts with, oh, hello, is funny to me. Who starts a text like that?
It's like they happened upon you
Oh,
in the
hi.
text. Oh,
Yeah,
fancy meeting you here,
right?
Kevin.
Clearly, not Kevin. There's a picture.
Well,
Anyway, it cracked me up
and
that
then
it was,
there's- and
hello.
But there's another one that you says that's, excuse me, is this Mr. Ellen's number?
Right.
Why are they going, like, they're like going through a book of standard American greetings?
It's like you're bumping into somebody
Yeah.
in a crowded room.
Right. It's like
Oh, hello.
It's like I'm rounding the corner in the frozen food section.
Yes.
Which, by the way, you see this Band-Aid on me? Uh-huh. I slipped today in the produce section at Uptown Grocery. Almost fell. Almost just twirling to the earth.
Slipped on what?
Black ice. I don't know. Wet spot.
Smashed berry.
Wet spot. Something.
Okay.
Maybe like a smooshed rambutan.
Okay.
Like a dragon fruit.
Okay.
Like some bok choy that had gone a little.
Durian.
The durian stinks like a toot.
That's what I've heard.
But like a toot from the butt of the devil. So.
Wow.
Sulfur fruit. Sponsor us, durian fruit.
Sponsor us, durian.
So slipped, caught myself, hit my hand right by the green onions where I was getting some green onions, and righted the ship. And I was like, I'm okay. And I walked off like I was a cool dude who figured it out. Like I walked off like a guy who had just done a kickflip on a skateboard, like someone who had done something really harrowing. And I looked down while I was in line doing the self-checkout because I don't do the in-person checkout. I simply won't do it.
I try not to. Sometimes I have to.
I won't do it.
Okay.
What I love is when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the one at Target.
Worst.
You know what? I'm not trying to brag, but the other day I caught a glimpse of myself in the one at Target, and I was like, "You're killing it today, pal."
Oh man, I've never had that
you
thought.
look post yogurt.
Oh. Lighting must have been good.
It was good. I was carrying my ring light with me. But guys, I hit my hand, and while I was checking out, I looked down. I was just bleeding all over myself in the checkout line.
Oh no!
Just trying to get my green onions.
So what'd you do?
I came home and got a Band-Aid.
Did you get blood on your food and stuff? On the
Food
register?
And stuff, on my food and stuff. I didn't. I actually wrangled it in. I say I was bleeding everywhere. I was bleeding
Don't be so dramatic.
I was bleeding somewhere.
Okay.
On my hand, but I got it.
Okay.
I corralled it.
Okay.
But then I got to do this. Normally, I walk in past the Girl Scouts selling their cookies or the Boy Scouts selling their popcorn.
Yeah.
And
corn.
And
Have
today,
a fat autumn.
I walked in past the Boy Scouts selling the popcorn. I walked in, and normally what I do is I walk out the entrance because they're waiting at the exit because they're going to try to get the people who have cash, and they're trying to get them on the way out. And I don't like to be put in a position to say no to a Boy Scout.
Right.
So normally I walk out the entrance behind them, and they're none the wiser. But today I was like, I'm walking past them, and I walked past them, and they were like, "Would you like to buy some popcorn?" And I held up my bloody hand, and I was like, I can, and then I left. I used my horrible disfigurement and my injury to confuse,
to mask your cold heart,
to confuse and avoid a Boy Scout. I used my bloodied hand to confuse and avoid a Boy Scout, which is just the most hot dog water person move you could ever do.
But you can't help it. It's where you were trained.
I am a case study of nature versus nurture.
That's right. If only you would have had that new stadium, who knows what you could have done.
I would have bought so much popcorn today. If I would have played in that opulent coliseum that exists in Stillwater, Oklahoma now?
Yes.
No, but instead, I bled on a Boy Scout today to run away from him.
That's right. That sounds great. That's a situation you guys need to be aware of. Happy Situational Awareness Day.
And we're back to the situational awareness.
Guys, we want to encourage you to send in your SpeakPipe messages. You can go to speakpipe.com/coldhands_warmhearts and record
HTTPS
every time. Every time he does this. This is me. This is linked in all of our bios. We would like for you to come on there, and we would love it if you would talk about some things that warm your hearts. /autumn edition. So we're talking memories, we're talking movies, foods, music, candles, stuff to do. We want to hear all about your stuff that helps make your autumn fat. And we're going to talk about movies next week, and we want your input. Okay?
We want all of your input. We want the whole cob, not just the kernels, my babies.
That's right.
We want the whole thing.
We want it. So,
Cow.
Never seen such a beautiful thing. Is that what he says?
I think so.
Okay.
It's very catchy.
It is.
Like, I honestly hate to admit how stuck in my head it was.
Yeah.
But what's funny is while we were listening to it and singing, you know what I was doing?
What?
I was grilling corn. So I was double whammy.
The timing.
Oh, yeah.
Kismet.
Kismet. It was Kismet. Kismet.
You were having a fat autumn
I
in
was
that
having
moment.
I was the horn of plenty. I was a cornucopia of delights.
That's right. So anyway, go to SpeakPipe. Leave us some stuff about autumn on there. We'll play it. We want to hear it all. We want to hear your movie recommendations, scary movies, but not too scary because I'm not into that. Also, we want to encourage you guys to follow us on social media at CHWH. We're on all the platforms. We have so much fun engaging with you because I want to say something.
She wants to say something. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. She wants to say something. I don't want to peep out of you.
Doing a podcast is so weird.
It's the weirdest.
Because you do it and then you put it out there and you don't know. I mean, you know if people are listening because we have that data. But the
producer tracks that for us.
Right.
He's very on top of it. That's one thing that you do.
Right. Do.
She did it.
You
she
said it.
made the do humor. Beep.
Get the sound effects in here. What are you doing?
They're in my bag.
Okay, next week we're going to have sound effects extravaganza.
Honestly, if I can be honest, I am only bringing them out periodically because I think we all know, and I think, dear friends and listeners, I think you all know, guys, I will abuse a thing. I am the Pepé Le Pew of sound effects.
I was just going to say, I was going to bring it back to Pepe. Brandon on sound effects, P-U.
P-U.
Brr.
We all. That's the sound that...
Gross. Excuse me. I leaned away.
Phlegm wad over there.
I'm so sorry, guys. Allergies are killing me right now. All these outdoor sporting events, my eyes are just faucets. And I do cry a lot, naturally.
Yeah, you're a natural born
But I
crier.
can't... This I will blame on the allergies. Okay, so we've done SpeakPipe, we've done socials. Okay, what have you been watching, reading, or listening to, Brandon?
Listening to, and I feel like this is again becoming a common theme, but listening to a gentleman by the name of Tyson Motzenbacher, who we are playing a show with at the Yale Theater next Tuesday. And I gotta say, if you have not checked out this gentleman, I really would encourage you to because his music is so good.
He's great.
And yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of his stuff.
And so local people,
Yeah, local people come out.
Get some tickets.
And if you've never been to the Yale Theater, it is one of the coolest little places. It's like a theater, but it's like smaller than the tower. It's like a really, really cool vibe. It's restored. It's like all painted pink and stuff. It's super duper cool.
We hope to do our first CHWH live.
That will be
from the Yale.
That will be where we do it from the live from the Yale Theater. Pee pee poo poo and slide whistles. Let's talk about it. So I've been listening to a lot of that because it's really, really good. Been very lucky to play with some really great folks lately. Like not just people who I like as people, but people whose music I really dig.
Yeah.
Talking about you too, Grady, which I just
Good
texted
things
him a
are
little bit
happening.
ago. That shirt that he got that he was all excited about. Remember when he posted about his shirt?
The Target shirt?
Mm-hmm. Lindsay went out and bought me a Target shirt, and I didn't realize it until I saw a post on his Instagram just a little bit ago that I have been biting his style ever since. It's the exact same shirt.
Oh my goodness.
And I just said, I apologize. And he said, hey, listen.
He's an influencer.
Sent me some firework emojis. He started a revolution.
He did.
He's doing the work.
It's a great shirt.
Grady Spencer is doing the work. Listen, so
Looks great. Feels great.
watching, we're holding off on Halloween movies.
Yeah.
But you know what? I tried to get a little bit of a fix of something kind of like a little spooky, but whatever fun that Ben had never seen last night. You know what I tried to get him to watch?
What's that?
The first Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's on our Halloween list.
Do you want to know what he thought of it?
P.U.
P.U.
Oh no.
P.U. And he felt so bad. He's such a sweet kid when it comes to stuff like that. That this morning when we were in the car, we were driving unsolicited. He just said, Dad, I'm sorry I didn't like that pirate movie. I just don't like pirates that much.
That's really sweet. You've got a sweet boy.
And I should have thought to myself, that's really sweet of you to say that. But what I thought was, that's really stupid of you to not like pirates because pirates are awesome.
When that movie came out, I remember that
good.
you and I saw it twice in the theater.
Yeah, and I saw it multiple other times in theaters too.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it was so so good
So
and
good.
like so inspirational.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Da, 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 da.
Big Johnny Depp fans.
I like Johnny Depp.
Personal life aside.
You separate the art from the artist.
That's right.
I heard that Pepe Le Pew was a pretty nice guy in his normal life. Let's separate the art from the artist. What have you been reading, watching, or listening to?
So last week you talked about Cobra Kai.
I did.
So Jeff and I have started it. I told you I would, and I did.
Is it PU to you?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm in it.
Okay.
It is so kitschy.
Oh my gosh. It's in the best way to me. In the best way to
And
me.
it makes no bones about it.
No bones.
It like strives to be.
0 bones.
Yeah. So we're in it. We're probably 2 in. Enjoying it very much.
Yeah, I love it.
I just felt like
I can't
things
help
got
myself.
very convoluted there for a bit. There were so many dojos.
Oh, there's a lot of dojos.
So many dojos, and I couldn't keep track of who was on which dojo.
What's going on? There's so many dojos.
So many dojos. And then there would just be new kids in the dojo. Who are you?
Well, the business has to grow.
Where did you come from?
Those are new recruits.
And now you have lines?
Yeah. Well, listen. Why are you trying to hold down up-and-coming actors and actresses in Hollywood? They're trying to make it on a big-time Netflix show.
I don't know. But we're doing that, and it's great. We also started Andor, the new Star Wars spinoff. And it's pretty good. I will say that it's darker. It's more grown up than previous ones. It's the story of Cassian Andor prior to the events of Rogue One. So it's Diego Luna.
Very cool.
Who plays that role. But we're a big Star Wars family.
You are.
But it's darker, guys. It's darker. And there's a little, there's no love scenes or anything in Star Wars. You've got Leia in that bikini.
Just that.
And that was as close as you could get some smooching.
Some smooching, a little smooching, but nothing,
But I'll tell you what, this one, there's a little more than that.
Oh.
It's okay, so nothing is shown, but it's definitely implied. It's the closest I think Star Wars is going to get to that. And it came out of nowhere. I'm just saying we have a lot of people with kids who listen, and I just want them to know.
Thank you.
So we're watching that.
You were just a human parental control setting. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You are.
And I'm proud of it.
You're a crossing guard. You're a hall monitor.
Halt. Adult content.
Don't watch this. It's gross.
Halt. Inappropriate language. Halt. There's a cuss in here at minute 3:37.
Halt. They say frickin' here, and that might not be a full one, but you still
It's
should be careful
implied.
because of the implication.
That's me, and I wear it with a badge of honor.
You wear it with
As a
you
badge
wear it
of
with a
honor.
sash of honor is what you wear. You're the hall monitor. All right,
monitor.
come on, get moving.
Decency monitor.
Okay, well,
PU.
you.
So we have a Crindy Reviews.
Let's hear it.
Crindy Reviews The Voice. And this was in the subject line of her email. Heaven help us, another stupid review.
Okay.
If the Great British Baking Show wasn't enough, the new season of The Voice has begun. Now I realize that many, if not most, clear-thinking individuals have long given up on Blake Shelton and company's nonsense.
Featuring Blake Shelton. She loves Blake Shelton.
Loves him. I, on the other hand, am the person who has watched many series literally into the ground, i.e. Grey's Anatomy, Survivor, SVU, and Criminal Minds. I feel a certain obligation to see these shows all the way to where someone gets taken away in a helicopter in the Korean War, only to be rewarded with the helicopter crashing and we're left shaken to the core and wondering what life is all about. If you are too young to have watched MASH or its reruns to fully understand this reference, I can't help you. Life has passed you by, kids. Anyway, this season opens with Mr. and Mrs. Blake Shelton, or Mr. Gwen Stefani as I prefer.
Gwen's pushing a little bit far with the P-surge, the plastic surgery.
I
lately.
saw a video the other day.
She's going a little ham on her face.
And she is lovely.
Yeah, but
she looks fantastic.
She's doing too much.
Well, in parentheses, she says, I saw Gwen in Vegas a couple years ago, and we're close now. Not sure what that means.
I don't know.
She says, precious, and I mean precious John Legend, and a new woman named something Cabello. Help me here, people. I'm too tired to do the Google. I've just been working in the yard and Ashley's making me do this. Everything is moving along on the show, as usual, with Blake acting like a toot and everyone else being cute and appealing. He will win because he has the it factor and he's from Oklahoma. Truth be told, I really do like Blake Shelton. He's the only Twitter account I follow.
That's true.
And I won't
know
apologize for that.
I know that about her.
Crindy Reviews, Blake Shelton. All right, Orbit Sweetman, you read.
Okay, Julia Moria.
This is
Julie Moria.
This
Julie
is my
Morris.
friend Julie Morris.
I'm enjoying the stories, witty sibling jabs, and hilarious imitations made by Brandon.
I knew you'd like that.
I look forward to the weekly laughs. You notice she didn't say anything about you.
Well, she's one of my besties. She doesn't have to.
Well,
I know it.
guys, feel like my hilarious imitations don't get recognized nearly enough.
That's why I wanted you to read this one.
Thank
To
you.
boost your
Thank you.
confidence.
Thank you. I'm doing this gesture. You know the one that they do on...
Yes.
Just where they put their hands together and shake. I don't even know how to describe this
I don't
gesture.
either. This is why we need to be on YouTube.
This is the gesture equivalent of that snoring. Like,
I did it.
I did
Look
it.
at me.
Look at what I have accomplished.
Yeah, but it's like an old-timey gesture.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, the time has come for us to beg you again
Send
for
us
reviews.
DMs of videos of you trying to figure out what gesture I was just doing.
Yes. But more important than that, guys, we got to beg you for reviews again.
Need them.
For ratings.
Gotta have them.
We'll give you some gum for
Give you
it.
gum. We want them. We need them. We gotta have them.
We got to have them. It helps so much, guys, with ratings and numbers and people finding us. We also would like to encourage you to share this with your friends. You know, just one friend this week. This is
Share
how
it.
we grow.
That's the move. Share it with one friend. Homework.
That's right. And then, you know what? Tag your friends
Tag them.
in our
Tag
posts.
them. And then we'll poke them. And we'll
Is that still
we'll
a thing?
Face mash them. We'll give them an old dipsy doodle twiddly foo. We'll give them the old blah, blah, blah. That's how we get them on the internet. Alarm bells ring a ding ding. We're gonna get you guys on the net. Sandy Bullock gonna get you on the net.
At this time in the podcast, I'd like to give a shout out to our dear friend Angie.
Angie.
Angie, with whom we sing in the California Praisins. And she listens each week. And we want to say hi, Angie.
She sang, she led a tune yesterday. She crushed it.
She did. It was
Crushed it.
beautiful. Yes, she did.
Crushed it.
So what's your warm heart be?
Honestly, being told that my impressions are hilarious. But
Thanks, Julia Moria.
how about this? You thought this was going to slip by. Michael Trepanier sent out to, well, he was doing like a website thing for his website, and there was an option to give feedback on him as a producer and someone to work with. And I wrote a nice message, as he is one who deserves a very nice message about what he contributes and all that he does. And he sent me a very heartfelt response, and it just made me feel good. Made me feel good to have, have good friends to create cool stuff with. And your response was very, very sweet, Michael Trepanier. You are my warm heart this week. How about that?
I like that one.
Ting.
That's a good one. I would say that mine is that I connected with a new group of people on Sunday afternoon. I had lunch with them. And I just want to say that it was a reminder that it's never too late to make new friends. But what's required of you is vulnerability. And that's it. Buzzkill. Out.
Anyway, guys, given the fact that it's Situational Awareness Day, I'm aware that this situation has gotten a little bit out of hand, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off the pod. P.U. Anybody, guys, has a fat fall full of hot dog water and corn. All right, guys, I hope you wait till she's ready. All right, and bye.
Bye.